I'm gonna come back from this. I'm gonna pull a Wellen. Star off like any other day in Rust. I killed you. That's what happens.
Maybe we should go wait for him down in his little house.
Oh! Fuck you! I was so close! God damn it! I'm going to rebuild and live here. You will not take this away from me. Stop clapping!
Wait, what the hell? Someone's in a boat. Oh, what a shot. Come on, baby. Have fat loot. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
I just wanted to live in the house. I
Hello,
got
hello,
raided
hello.
for all this. And then you raid me? Why? No, don't shrug your shoulders. I want to know why you raid me. No! Stop! Why did you raid me? Stop shrugging! That's not an answer! Why do you gotta be like this, man? I lost everything because of you. That's all I had left from my original base. Give me back my shit, Matthew. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Please. Okay, I'm gonna go now. You have a good day, Matthew.
Shut the fuck up, you cock-munching slut.
Cock munching slut? Is he talking to me?
So angry.
Ah!
But that has since been shut down by the organizers due to the fear that the military would be involved. So we're going to check out what's going on. Let's get into it. What brings you here today, man?
Protesting against Donald Trump and this bullshit. I thought we were supposed to be saving tens of billions of dollars, and here we are spending, what, $50 million on this parade? We imported half the military equipment that's here from Texas. That cost a fuckload. It's gonna cost a fuckload to fix all the streets. If these dipshits would stop doing it, we wouldn't have to deal with it. Democrats want to help
are not
everybody.
the ones who resort to name calling.
How about the fact that California and New York pay all the bills for your shitty red states? California by itself has the 5th largest economy in the entire world.
What's that got to do with anything?
The fact that we get all of the federal money from that. Nobody believes in states' rights versus federal rights. It is 100. Was I done talking? Why do you keep interrupting me? Can I finish my sentence? Are you guys afraid of what I have to say? So then why do you keep interrupting me? Can I finish an entire thought?
Because you haven't took a breath yet.
Can I? Okay, why does that matter? I'm in better shape than you are.
Oh, really?
Republicans are not Americans. Only liberals can be Americans.
Fool.
Conservatives are piece of
You
shit
know what? I hate
traitors.
liberals like you hate conservatives, but I don't discount them as being American.
Oh,
there I go.
Badass.
Dude.
damn.
Yo, put camera over there.
I would not want to be on the other end of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm proud of my country. I love my country. We are united more than
The Blackhawks and Chinooks and Little Birds.
I would not want to be on the other end of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm proud of my country. I love my country. We are united more than the left will tell us. And so having something like this to rally people together, I think that's really important.
We're big supporters of the military. We're big supporters of Trump. We're big supporters of America. And this is very much an American celebration, and we wanted to be here.
Do you think this is an efficient use of taxpayer dollars? Do you think it's worth a $25 to $40 million price tag?
I think it absolutely is. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a demonstration of American strength and American pride and showcase our military to the world.
I think it's a good use. It's going to make our army look good.
Trump wanted a military parade in his first term. He's a dictator, and this is what dictators do. He wants to stand up there and everybody praise him. There should be Meals on Wheels and cancer research for children, which has all been cut. So that's what we need to fund, and not
That
the
is
military
not-
on the streets of America. Trump told Fox News that he wants everyone to treat him like Kim Jong-un.
He speaks and his people sit up at attention. I want my people to do the same.
Everybody adores him and loves him and praises him, and that is not America, obviously.
There's a lot of people that are trying to destroy this country from outside and within, and it doesn't do a bit of harm to show off a little bit of our abilities, and maybe some people could realize that we're not just going to get pushed over. The other thing of it is compared to all the things that go on in this country, what money is being spent here is a pittance. When you start adding up the things that Doge has found, all the crazy stuff with Social Security, fraud, all the stuff that's going on with the illegals and the money being spent there.
I don't think Doge is a real thing, but I will tell you that the real waste comes from places like Lockheed Martin, how they're able to get so wealthy off of the U.S. military. Some people even lose their homes over the U.S. forces, and even the people that can't even get the VA benefits are treated even worse.
There's always room for improvement, but I'm 100% disabled through the VA. Trump is definitely pro-veteran. He absolutely loves us.
We're learning the widespread layoffs by the Trump administration now hitting veterans.
They said Donald Trump doesn't support veterans. Our vice president is a veteran. How does that make sense?
Didn't Doge cut funds for the VA?
No.
VA jobs across the country
no.
due to government efficiency cuts.
When you look at what happens at the VA, we do not take good care of anybody, and that includes the veterans.
There has been cuts to the VA. Fortunately, you have problems such as, I believe it was in Nashville, they're having orgies at the VA.
All right, dude.
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
Orgies?
Yes, look it up.
A VA medical center in Tennessee is under investigation right now. Lawmakers call serious sexual assault and harassment accusations troublesome.
We do not prioritize
That doesn't sound like an
veterans
orgy.
as well as anybody else in this country, as they're sick, homeless. They're just so poorly treated.
We were involved with a hurricane effort to rescue people in North Carolina, to help people down there.
The Trump administration blasting FEMA after discovering a $59 million payment used to help house migrants in New York City hotels.
Money that was supposed to go to them never went to them. It was going to the immigrants, and so it's left to patriots like ourselves. Those people paid taxes in Carolina just like everybody else, but where did their tax money go? That money was diverted and hijacked by the Biden administration. It was being put into the immigrants to stay in fancy hotels and live the life of Riley.
Hey, what's up, people? Let's take a quick break real quick to see how the media has been covering the military parade in D.C. As we know, different outlets push different agendas. Shaping the story to fit their own narrative is how it helps you figure out what. Another feature we love to use is called the blind spot tool, which shows you the stories.
Immigration, I don't like him. I don't like him. If you want to come in the United States, you need to apply. And if you're not a criminal, you're able to come, not illegal. Illegal people, we don't change the illegal law. If you're coming in illegal, you're making the crime.
They need to get these illegals out of here.
Terrorists.
Kill all terrorists.
Kill all terrorists.
Do you think all illegal immigrants are terrorists?
Not all of them, but most of the fentanyl and
This
stuff in
fucking guy.
California is coming across the border. That's where I'm from, and that's a huge problem over there. And we need to get that to stop. And the only way to stop it is get the
Where is
illegal
he
people
from?
out that are. That's a huge problem, but most of the fentanyl and stuff in California is coming across the border. That's where I'm from, and that's a huge problem over
Yeah,
there.
that's
we need to
American,
get that to
so.
stop. And the only way to stop it is get the illegal people out
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
bringing it
'cause
across
it's,
the border. We need to close
yep.
the borders.
The guy doesn't know anything he's talking about.
Oppose the illegal crossing the border is unfair. If you come to America, you have to come legally like me. Not just cross the border and jump into the line. That's unfair to the people apply and in the line. So I totally oppose.
I know so many Mexican people, who is over here before illegal, long time ago, and working nice and paying the taxes. There's people we needed. We need the farmer workers, the construction. I told you, American people doesn't want to work. I'm Hungarian. I'm making the wood job. I'm making furniture. I'm making gardening. I'm making cement. I do everything. Nobody work what I doing. The American woman, no, only go to the beauty parlor, gallivanting the friend with the restaurant and drinking wine all day or beer. I drinking water because American people doesn't want to do it. American people doesn't want to do the heavy, hard job and a dirty job. The people who is working the farm coming before 21, yes, because they working. They paying the tax,
Before 2021, so
Yeah,
during
21.
Biden's administration.
Yeah, before Biden.
Somebody come here under the visa. If your visa expire, you have to renew or you have to come back to your own country and reapply. You cannot break the law to stay here. You become illegal because America is a law and order. You have to follow the law.
Donald Trump is a convicted felon.
I believe that he's innocent. He's for American people. They don't want him to be a president, so try to kill him. But luckily, God saved him and he saved America.
Do you think it's a good idea to negate all those student visas for international students?
I think most of the Chinese coming here, I'm not talking about all, but most spy. I'm guaranteed spy. They come over here and they steal the information and they come back home to do damage to America. So I agree that yank all the visa.
The Trump administration stopped scheduling new interviews for international students seeking visas to study in the U.S.
I heard that there were some people in my school being affected, but not particularly me. My visa is totally valid within its expiration time, and there's no reason for it to be terminated. In a way that is not political at all, this kind of action will affect the institutions themselves and violate the law which this country is built on. So I don't think that will be the case.
There was no Kings protests planned for D.C., but a lot of them disbanded due to the threat of the use of the military.
I've seen a few people here protesting, and they're doing it nice and quiet. They're not raising holy hell, and it's fine. I've seen people wear shirts with no Kings on it, and that's fine. They're not disturbing anything. You know, they're not burning down a building, a car, or whatever. But at the same time, you know, there would be a military presence that would say, you know, look, you're not going to loot, you're not going to burn things.
When I saw bricks going through windshields and things like that, I said, they're going to get killed.
If we didn't send out the National Guard, Los Angeles would be burning right now.
Somebody had to do something to step in and make sure that they stay safe. And I felt like Trump did what he had to do. I don't fault him for it at all. A lot of people are saying that he didn't have the right to do it or the authority. I feel like as the president, he has the authority to do whatever he wants. You know, that's why we voted him in as the president, because we trust that his decision-making skills were going to be the best for us as a country.
Peaceful protests should never have martial law. People have the right to protest. It's in the First Amendment in the Constitution. We do not follow the president. We follow the U.S. Constitution here, period.
They're so afraid of martial law. They see any military, that's the first thing they think, martial law. But they got to understand, the military is not just to protect us from other countries. We also got enemies within our country. So we got to be protected from them as well.
So you're okay
And
with
who's
the
that?
military being
The
used
protesters?
against civilians if we're a threat to ourselves?
If we're a threat, of course. I'm the police, whoever you have to use to make sure other citizens are safe, you got to, by any means necessary.
The president's doing what he has to do. You got Gavin Newsom that doesn't want to do anything, and you got Karen Bass that doesn't want to do anything. So Trump said enough is enough. I'm putting my forces in there. If anything, it'd be safe for everybody. The Marines, I mean, first he deployed 2,000 National Guardsmen, then 700 Marines. And the Marines are just waiting at the gate to get in there and clean house.
It's the first time, I think, since the 60s that the executive branch called in the National Guard and the state didn't. And so it's just to show that Trump is just overstepping. There's no more checks and balances. He's doing what he wants, and it's a show of strength. He's trying to get people scared because the scared population is not one that's going to fight.
We're here on the National Mall. The Washington Monument is literally right there. And behind us, as you can hear, there's music for the celebration of the 250th anniversary of the Army, and we're now awaiting the arrival of President Trump. There's snipers on the roof. They don't want a repeat of the last time there was an attempt on his life. And the crowd right now is not massive. It's big, but it's not huge. We heard from a soldier that the crowd will probably increase right before the parade. He's going to speak behind a pretty thick shield of bulletproof glass that's set up for him. He's going to address the crowd, and then I guess we're going to see tanks in the street.
Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too.
It is cool to see this, but I will say it's a little underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie.
The spectacle drew sharp criticism and was believed to be by many a lackluster event. In fact, social media users criticized the parade's presentation, pointing to sloppy marching, poor formation, and low crowd energy. Visuals, in fact, showed tanks passing in complete silence, while others showed sparse audiences and out-of-sync troops.
What'd you think of the parade, man?
I think it was a long line, but it was pretty cool. A great representation of our military, and I think that we really need to be more grateful for them and show more appreciation for sure.
I love it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing you need to see. I am a German. I served in the German military. I moved to Texas 15 years ago, and finally I had a chance to see that mighty army here.
I think it's pretty badass that the tanks are coming through the street. I think it's pretty gangster.
As you can see, things are pretty divided. Both sides today has accused the other of being brainwashed. And the conviction I've seen from both sides is as fiery as it's ever been. You hear words like fascist being thrown around. Half the people thought this parade was a good idea. Half the people thought this parade was a terrible idea. All we can do is just keep asking people what they think.
I think it's a ridiculous nonsense.
but that has since been shut down by the organizers due to the fear that the military would be involved.
And that includes the veterans.
There has been.
Friend with the
Do you think
They're not disturbing anything.
the class that's set up for him, he's going to
area? And there's no other country on earth, no
as fiery as it's ever been? You hear words like fascist being thrown around. Half the people thought this parade was a good idea. Half the people thought this parade was a terrible idea. All we can do is just keep asking people what they think.
It's a ridiculous nonsense. What do you think it is? It's nothing but an ego show for a draft dodger, traitor to the United States, who should have never been allowed to run again. There's no other country on earth, no liberal democracy, that would have let this guy run for office again. He launched an insurrection against the United States. And then all this nonsense.
Go get some tacos. You too. Drink some beer and tacos. Do a push-up. Fucking A right, man. Do a push-up. Dude, I'm a firefighter EMT. What you got? I'm a combat vet. 0506. Hey, I'll thank you for your service. Yeah. My dad's a combat veteran as well. But you're not. And?
What do you guys make of all these protesters? What do you think?
They're not. And
It's a good thing. I mean, it's one of the most basic tenets of the United States of America. Freedom. We're not going to agree, but to get sideways or stupid with people, there's no call for that. We've done this for hundreds of years, and we've survived. There's no reason to look at them and go, you're the bad guy, I'm the good guy, or vice versa. We're all not going to agree.
Channel 5 Live Worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with costers.
Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, shit. Hey, man, thanks for that web link. It's really working. I don't know if you guys missed the memo, but we just dropped an entire feature film. That's right, a full-blown movie at www.dearkellyfilm.com.
DearKellyFilm.com.
It's an action-packed movie that revolves around the life and time.
Don't even think about it!
I don't want to say too much, but...
are we done? Okay, we're done. See if I can turn off some lights. Makes it look a lot smaller than it is.
Welcome. Well then, what can I do you for? Next time then.
Crossbows, huh? Something tells me they don't want to be friends.
Nope, they don't. I think we need to turn the brightness up a bit. If we add a filter, we may be able to do that. Yeah, we don't have one on. Color correction. Too bright.
What are they? Shh. Keep your voice down.
I did not mean to just shoot my gun straight up. Okay. Don't tell me my controller's broken, please. They're not gonna show. Nope. What is going on?
Crossbows, huh? Something tells me they don't want to be friends. What are they? Shh. Keep your voice down.